first witness. What is with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at this map. The murder happened late on Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, what happened here... there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m. she heard 2 pistol shots. And then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Testify to the court about the arrest now. Wait, Mr. von Karma. Look at those eyes. Just... Yes. Nope. Actually, I'm supposed to be the one handling these proceedings. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. I need my own light bulb back. Yes, of course. You're right. No, he's not. A man called in the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Shanking is generally messy, I'd say. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now. The judge is just... What? Received a call from a man? Yup. But you said there was a woman camping here there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are obvious 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Ugh. Yeah, so you'll forgive me for not making a voice acting that guy. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I summoned the woman who was camping. The woman was camping? A lot of heart. What happened next, detective? Yeah. How long between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him, then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting? Poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue now. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. 22 caliber pistol. .22 caliber pistol. Why is that? Well, we found a murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. Let's see. Fired from a pistol. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were 5 fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on a murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. So, fired 3 times, that's interesting. Like a single shot to the heart was the cause of death. Members of the court, we have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick, what does he mean in ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here doesn't know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I shall explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Huh? Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It is quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which you may recall, was covered in the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict on the spot. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes. What are you doing? A 10-minute recess now. But wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? There are so many things going on here. Edgeworth, what's going on in here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time he shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I going to convince everyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. Ugh, I know. I'm not good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? This is just... And I mean, no. We will stick with Mia. Maya. We will stick with Maya. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's a thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about these trials or defenses. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I just began looking lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, right! Don't jig this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you're a research student at a university. That I am. Good. Begin with telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well, your testimony, please. No one likes von Karma. Seriously, no one likes Manfred von Karma. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Knife holder. It's a knife holder. Oh, it itches. And then there was another bang. There was an area thing on the lake with the boat. Enough. Huh? Judge. She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looked like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! 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 I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubts about this case. Very well, the court finds the defendant... Wait, Your Honor! I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo's worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? So, 3 times she heard 2 shots. I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Alright, Alex, take care. We don't need information here. So there were 2 bangs. I just need to press on this one. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find the contradictions, not leisurely chat with a witness. Ugh. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? See if I can remember here. So this is the big thing. I mean, it's shot 3 times, but she only has 2. She only heard 2 shots. Unless, of course, it's because they shot the when they tested ballistic markings. I can't remember if that was a thing. There's also the fact that there were 2 shots. And only 1 shot was made. Let's see, how was this again? Could you clearly see the 2 men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Oh. Let's press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Huh? Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a counter gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like there's more interest in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. Oh, that's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There aren't any contradictions in there. Sorry, Nick. If only my sister were here. Maya's taking this really hard. see. There's also supposed to be 2 pictures. We only have 1. On the lake by the boat. I actually can't remember how this goes. And I can't present profiles in this game. You can present people in the other games, but this one is only evidence. Another thing on the lake with the boat. I mean, this is Gertie. I mean, let's just go with this. Nope. Okay, there's another bang. Taken at... Wait a minute, didn't you say something about... Let's get in time, see if we can get the time for this one. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Oh yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little bit more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Why were you camping out there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures using my research. What research? This sounds suspicious. Let's further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness motive for camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well, say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Enough. I think we've heard enough of all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction. In the testimony worth noting. But Your Honor, you keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. If that happened, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood. Nick, Laura's testimony is fishy, Nick. Really fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe you can't cover this evidence sufficiently to make a decision, then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Not a heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you were actually saw Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life and death. Laura, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What the hell's the big idea? Treating me like some criminal. I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I am sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait! I am the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That is not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! 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 You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I am sorry, Mr. von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotterhart has made new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But she is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Phoenix, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering my witness. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect a witness be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness testimony. Well, find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I'll have to... Oh, right, that's how it works. Damn. Okay, so we're getting... this is also a thing that's annoying. But yeah, it's just present the picture because it's not clear as day. Got you! Forgot about that. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photograph I took. You're the very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with a professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on that boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth? How? What? What? I still have some pieces of this. I need to finish this muffin because it's getting dry. Mr. Wright has a point. That is why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart, what? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and of course, I mean I could. Then please testify to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. Finally found a hole in von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Yeah, right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I would go back to the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. And when I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This would have better be good. Binoculars, huh? So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. Your hence the Yankee types never find a gal where you're from.